Oh my god, man. Now I can game. Fam has been over. Fam has been over. But now it is time for me to collect my price. Collect what I deserve. What's up, AJ? And lurkers in the chat. Oh man, oh my god. Two things, chat. Not really gonna make a video about it, but I just saw it, and it makes me very happy. It makes me very, very happy. I see that Bleach has got to the part with Orihime. I'm gonna just leave it at that. So that's hype. That's cool. Apparently there's gonna be a One Piece movie. There's a new One Piece movie that's coming out, and it blows my mind that they're actually gonna make a movie of God Valley. Spoiler alert, I guess. We have already seen the flashback of God Valley. I'm not gonna say when we see it, in case anyone is like, you know, anime only watches and whatnot. But yes, I can confirm that we will actually get a flashback of God Valley. I'm not gonna say when. And it's pretty important. It's pretty important. Like flashback. But we getting a movie? We getting a movie? Oh shit. I know that shit about to be hype. Orihime's boobs got bigger. Bro, every anime waifu's boobs will always get bigger. It's like they are expanding a centimeter each episode. So the longer an anime is continuing, the bigger they'll eventually will be. That's just the rules. I don't make the rules. That's just how it is. But as y'all can see, I'm still doing like Ratchet and Clank because I felt like it. I actually did consider streaming like Fortnite today. But it's too late. It's too late, man. Chad, it's too late. It's too late. It's too late. It's too late. I got like work tomorrow and all that shit. So I'm just gonna vibe, little vibe, doing my thing. Hopefully I can get like the last trophies that I need. I doubt it, but maybe. Who knows? I need the I mean, I mentioned this before. I need... Wait. You go here. You stay there. Wait. Wait. The brain is not braining. Huh? Brain is braining. Okay. Oh my god, Shadow Rose is what was it all about again? Oh yeah, it's late as fuck. It's late as fuck, so you know we're just doing our thing, farming some trophies. I still need to find out like where the where the last 2 golden bolts are. Oh yeah, so the trophies that I need 2 more golden bolts so I get like all 40 golden bolts. Then I need to buy all the golden weapons. Then I need the I need to have collected 1 million bolts. Now you don't need 1 million bolts like on you. You just need to have collected the equivalent of like 1 million bolts. And I don't know how close I am. However, I will get closer once I beat the game again. Because I'm gonna be able to like get way more bolts and stuff. And I'm gonna use like the infinite bolt glitch strat. So y'all are actually gonna be seeing me like do that on stream today. I don't know if it's gonna be enough though, but I feel like I'm pretty close. Domain expansion, boopa. I know a lot of people are like gooning to like Yoruichi, like her ass and all that shit. But chat, I'm gonna be honest. Orihime, she got booty too. Oops. Am I dead? Are we good? Orihime, Rangiku, and Yoruichi. The thickest. Actually, no. There are some other beast characters that's like thick as hell. But those like are the ones that like those are like on the top of my head. Clink, 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 clink. RYNO for your robot. Traya. So right now I'm on the planet where you're gonna fight against Quark. Captain Quark. And to be honest, I shouldn't even spend that much time here. I should just like, oh shit, it's fine. I should just like go through the game as fast as fuck, cause I don't really like need anything besides like the golden bolts. But how y'all doing though, chat? How y'all doing? We vibing and shit. Tomorrow I will be finishing some art. I know it's been a long coming. I've not done any art for a hot minute. Been kind of away from art. I wouldn't say I'm like burned out. It's just so much shit, man. You know what I mean? Oh, actually, let me not make any promises. Cause my entire next week I'm gonna be working 9 hours. Like actual 9 hours. I have been sketching out like some videos and stuff. Like shorts. Fortnite stuff. So at least there's something there, you know? Am I missing something? What? Wait, don't tell me. Where is... Is that the one? That is the one. Whoa. I don't even know if that's what I'm supposed to do. Oh, that was what I was supposed to do. It's been that long, I don't even remember. What you mean meow? You know what's funny, chat? me like streaming this shit right now instead of like streaming Fortnite, it's probably gonna hurt the living crap out of like my YouTube algorithm. And you know what? I don't care. I actually do not care. Even if like my Fortnite stuff is like popping off like right now-ish. Don't care. If any of y'all new here, I play whatever the hell I want. Fortnite is definitely one of my main things, like, for sure. I finna farm the shit that, like, I'm probably gonna farm that shit like tomorrow. You know what I mean? But right now it's too late for that. I do not live in US. I'm in the EU, so different time zones and shit. Right? Now what? Oh. Huh? Where? Wait, where? As I was playing some of my old games, remember Ty the Tasmanian Tiger? It's so funny you mentioned that because like Crazy Banks, they didn't mention that game like yesterday. We talked about like childhood games like Ratchet and Clank, Jak and Daxter, Crash Bandicoot, Sly Cooper, all that shit. And it's kind of funny, like we all, I don't even know if I can do this. Fuck it. Yes, I could. Get in there. We talked about like how a lot of these like OG games that we grew up with, like, do you see resemblance? Most of them have like anthropomorphic like characters and shit. Like, I wonder why. Everyone was trying to be Sonic the Hedgehog? No, that's actually not the reason why. Yes, but no. Yes, but no. But that's actually not the reason why. That's a really good video about it. You know, I might put that video on. I might put that video on while I'm doing this. Actually, yes. No, no. Actually, no. That's why I said yes, but no. It's not about the, it's not that everyone wanted to be like Sonic the Hedgehog, but the idea behind Sonic the Hedgehog.
You know, Ratchet, I'm doing it for your own good.
The idea behind Sonic the Hedgehog is what all these like writers and like you know, creators, artists, whatever you want to call them, right? Writers. Anthropomorphic characters is, it has a very, very like specific audience that is targeted to young children. They're a lot more memorable than just like regular like characters. If I tell y'all like, do you guys remember like the character who's like, he's white. He got like brown hair. He's tall. I could be talking about everyone. Like literally everyone. Like there's so many like male characters that have like that look. Brown hair, you know, tall, whatever the case may be, right? But with anthropomorphic characters, I can go, you guys remember the character who breaks box? He's kind of reddish, kind of reminds of a fox. Not too sure if he's a fox or not. He breaks boxes and he has this like mask following him. Oh, Crash Bandicoot. You guys remember the fox? Disney made a movie about him. Kind of like steals from the rich and give to the poor. Oh, Robin Hood, right? Some of y'all probably thought I meant Nick Wilde, right? But the moment I said stealing from the rich and, you know, giving to the poor, it instantly, it was like, oh, yeah. Robin Hood, right? Y'all remember the characters, like, they're like superheroes. They're like cats, like felines. Have something to do with like thunder. Oh, Thundercats. So my entire point is the reason why you have like a lot of like writers, creators and stuff making a lot of like anthropomorphic characters back in like the 90s, actually like late 80s, you could say. Mid 80s. Actually early 80s and a lot in like the early 90s and way more like in the mid 90s. Like Disney was absolutely like going crazy with that. Warner Bros was going crazy with that. A lot of like of all these like big companies was doing it because it's a lot more memorable. The color of like the fur, you know, the little zigzaggy, more characteristic as well. You can be like a lot more expressive with the characters, like face wise and all that shit. And it also doesn't limit your creativity. It's like why you have like so many anime characters that have like black hair or like orange hair or blue hair, and you can go like, oh, you remember that girl from that anime? Like she has like long blue hair. Okay, how many anime girls don't have long blue hair? So now you have to sit there, right, and you gotta like go into like a lot more details and like figure out what the fuck like the guy's talking about. So that's why I'm saying yes, but also no. Yeah, people were trying to make a character that could like compete probably with like Sonic the Hedgehog, right? In terms of publicity and stuff, but it wasn't really about Sonic. It was about the idea behind Sonic. It was the idea that you could make an anthropomorphic character, and an anthropomorphic character could have so much power in publicity and like marketing, because that's what it is at the end of the day. It's nothing but a big ass marketing employee.
Hey, Roger, what are you, old pal? Why don't we just call it a day? Let bygones be bygones.
Bro, I'm about to die.
Oh, today's work.
Damn. I'm trying to like dodge all this shit if I can. Why is it so hard to dodge? What the fuck?
Pretty good for a beginner.
Pretty good for a beginner. What if I just move out of the way?
Let's have a little enough practicing. Let's have some fun.
Enough practice. Let's have some fun. Of course they're not homing missiles. I always thought they were like homing missiles. Oh, is that health? That is health. There's a video that explains it. Can up. Yeah, you know what? Yeah. I can play it on YouTube because I'm live over on YouTube as well. I can play it on YouTube. I should be able to play it on YouTube because it's literally the video is on YouTube. It's made by a known YouTuber named MONKE. He talks about the whole idea behind like furries and why furries is a thing, and how everything actually started as a marketing employee, and eventually, because so many people grew up with furries, they actually also like created, like if you really think about it, it's because of these companies and marketing employees. That's actually the reason why furries exist, like unironically. A lot of people are always like, oh, why do furries exist? They're like weird and all that shit. Where it's like, well, actually, if you think about it, it's not even their own fault. It's your fault. Ow. Catch up with him. Whoa! Where did he go? It was definitely Kickstarter because of the popularity of Sonic the Hedgehog in the West. Yeah, in the West. The West doesn't mean that that's the entire world. But I get what you mean. I mean, as a matter of fact, in case y'all didn't even know, like Crash Bandicoot started off as a Sonic game. A lot of people don't know that. So I agree, but again, it's the idea. There's a massive difference in trying to compete with Sonic and trying to monetize that idea. And I don't know why people always say Sonic, like, for everything. Like, there are some anthropomorphic characters that existed before Sonic. There are some anthropomorphic characters that existed before Sonic. Sonic is obviously like very popular, right? Sonic definitely like rose to like popularity and shit. But before Sonic, there were some anthropomorphic characters out there that was like really
Come on,
like
wake up.
Popular as well. Like before before Ratchet, before Sonic.
What happened?
You got toasted by lightning.
It was given the code name Sonic's Ash. Yeah.
You won't be.
Because they wanted to do like it's kind of funny, right? Because most Sonic games was like 2D, and I think that was like the first like 3D Sonic game that they wanted to make. But then Sega or something like that eventually said like, oh yeah, we good. We kind of like backing down on it, or they didn't think that it was gonna sell well, some shit like that. And they called it Sonic S because it was basically like 3D, and you saw it from, you know, his back POV and shit. Video game wise, Sonic was the big dude. Yeah, I agree. Video game wise, if we only think about like anthropomorphic characters and all that shit, yeah, video game wise, no one was like as big as Sonic like back then. Maybe you could argue there's fuck, I forgot like the character's name, but I remember there was like another anthropomorphic character that existed like back then, like together with like Sonic. Wasn't as massive as Sonic though. But back then, like when Sonic was like up and coming, that's what I'm talking about. Like when Sonic was up and coming and shit, there was definitely like another anthropomorphic character, which I don't remember, was like up there before like Sonic like took Japan and the West and pretty much any fucking like industry like by the storm. I mean, fuck. Even look at like the Sonic movies. Like the Sonic movies is like, besides like Five Nights at Freddy's, the Sonic movies is like arguably somewhat the best, if not the best, like movie adaptation of like video games. Cause you know how they butcher like all the like movie adaptation of like video games and shit. Like Sonic is arguably like the best movie adaptation for a video game, franchise. And even then, could you even say that it's a video game franchise? Because I'm pretty sure Sonic started off as not a video game franchise. I'm pretty sure Sonic started off as like an actual like manga, like in Japan. It wasn't big until like Sega started like making games and shit. Sonic was the game first? Okay, but I guess they made the game first and then like the manga and all that shit like after. And even like people call it like the TV show, but I remember they had like specifically like an anime, like a 90s anime or some shit like that. Sadly, Sonic's popularity is more due to the West. You can kind of see it in his games and influence. Yeah. For some reason, like, I remember, like, in the beginning, though, right? In the beginning, Japan, like, they really like Sonic. But something happened. Like, Japan don't really like Sonic that much. In the grand scheme of things. They're more about, like, Mario and shit. Like, deadass. Even, like, at the Tokyo Game Show. Like, when they showed, like, the Sonic game with, like, Shadow or whatever it was. At the Tokyo Game Show last year. Not that many people in like Japan for the Tokyo Game Show were like excited about it. His attitude is very not Japanese. Is that really the reason why? Like, is it? Is it though? Oops. I forgot I had to dodge. Yeet. 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 Bro. Like, I don't even know if my YouTube have like an algorithm, but if it does, I'm completely destroying my algorithm by fucking streaming a Ratchet & Clank.
Hey,
I don't give a fuck.
well, that's about it for now.
I don't give a damn. I feel like playing Ratchet & Clank, so I'm playing Ratchet & Clank. Dwing, 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 dwing. Boom, bing, doom. Boom, bing, bing, doom, bing, 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 bing. Ba-dum. Yeah, his attitude was was a big turn off for Japanese. Oh, wrong. I don't know, I get like randomly attack while I'm reading. Big turn off for Japanese players. He's hot-headed and very talkative. Tropes usually preserved for the American characters. Think Ken or Paul, like Paul Phoenix. Is that why so many Japanese people love Shadow? I'm just convinced that like I don't know if this like comes off like as a bigot or some shit like that. I'm just convinced that like Japan, they just love like those like ecchi characters and shit. Every like and it's not just like Japan, it's also like black people. And I say that being black, A lot of black people love characters like Shadow. They love Vegeta, right? But see, that's the funny thing. That's what I don't understand, because I'm pretty sure, like, if you look at like Sonic and you compare Sonic to like Goku and Dragon Ball, who doesn't love Goku? Like every Japan person loves Goku, and Goku's attitude and stuff is kind of like really reminds of Sonic's. Yo, what up, SBK? Ratchet and Clank, cool, yeah. I never played this, only a good thing. Oh, you never ever play Ratchet and Clank? Damn. You know what that reminds me of, SBK? I actually have, yeah, I'm sure you know about Rivet. Like the female Lombax. The one who got like Rule 34 like hardcore as fuck. I did draw like I drew that character a long time ago. And I have a second drawing of her, which I never finished. It's like a sketch. You'll probably notice that most of my drawings so far has been like me coming back and like redrawing stuff. I just love doing that sometimes, because it kind of like it creates like an image for me of like how far I've come, and sometimes you just need it, you know? Oh shit, I died. Wait. No, say psych right now. That's my checkpoint all the way back here? Holy shit. Yo, what up, Zavalian? You can get more real with a character that has a lot of flaws, but the happy archetype is also popular. Yeah, that's why I don't like. So why is Japan don't really like Sonic? Because that's like Sonic and Goku. You could argue that like it's two sides. What is that term? Two sides of the same coin. Wait, maybe that's not like the correct like way of using it. Two sides of the same coin doesn't mean that they're like exactly the same. It's kind of like Luffy and Blackbeard in One Piece. Luffy and Blackbeard is like two sides of the same coin. They both have the D, like the initial D in their name. Luffy is considered like the positive, maybe like the good side of the D clan, where Blackbeard is considered like the bad side of the D clan. I'm a manga reader for One Piece and all that shit, so I could like just like let it rip and like let y'all know like some of the stuff of why that actually makes sense. It used to be like a theory a lot, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to. As a matter of fact, I used to do like manga reactions to One Piece. Like I actually used to do that on my channel. But I remember that I got like a copyright strike because of like one of my thumbnails. Appreciate that. I'm still on All Along Park. Are you like watching the Netflix, or are you like are you like actually watching the anime? Oh damn, you don't even know who Blackbeard is then. Or do you? Crunchyroll? Alright, bud. Have fun, man. Enjoy it. I'm being dead serious. Enjoy it. You have a long way to go, and it's gonna be worth it. I'm not like one of those like One Piece stars or whatever people call that shit. Like, I'm being genuine. This series is good, and pay attention to it as well. Like, I'm being dead serious. I convinced my auntie to watch One Piece, like the anime, and she did. She watched, like, she loves Bleach. She loves like Jujutsu Kaisen. Like she knows all about that. Like that's her shit, right?
Hi there, Fuzzball.
But she always was like, nah, I don't want to watch
that's
One Piece because it's so long, you know. And I'm gonna be honest, like she got TikTok brain. She got like TikTok brain. Where's the wait a minute. Oh, I see it. It's right here. She got like mad TikTok brain. Like she's caught up now with everything in the anime, and somehow I sometimes look at her and I'm like, name the 3 admirals, or like name the 3 old admirals, right? And she can't even name them. She called them like Iceman and like Lava Man and all that shit. This is not spoilers, by the way, because I'm saying, like, I'm not saying their names, but it's like I'm like, even my big sis, right, my sister, she gets like mad at our auntie, being like, bro, did you even pay attention? Appreciate that. No, I know a lot. Just that. What? I just don't. Wow, I can't read today. Holy shit. I just don't have all the puzzles pieces aligned. Okay, fair. Fair. I know about Thriller Bark. Okay. Cool ass aunt. Hey, it took some time to convince her. She's like, yeah, but you know, and I might like her work. Oh shit. Her work allows her to like binge watch One Piece. So that's basically what she did. She binge watched like One Piece. Like, don't get me wrong, like she knows some characters' names, obviously, right? She know, like, I'm like, for me though, chat, like I've been watching and reading One Piece like since I was a kid, like since childhood. So I'm kind of like a Wikipedia in a way for like One Piece stuff. I can name. I have no idea what you just said, but I'm assuming that you said a certain name, which I'm not gonna say, obviously, in case like people don't know. For obvious reasons. Watch the anime? Oh boy, it sounds like such a time sink. To be fair, everything can be time sink. I mean, chat, I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm gonna be dead fucking serious. People that always argue and be like, oh, I'm not gonna watch One Piece because it's too long, are the same people that be like binge watching the entire Jujutsu Kaisen show. They be binge watching the entire like One Piece, not One Piece, Naruto. Which means they watch like at least 500 to 600 episodes of like Naruto, and then they move on to watch like the next like, what is it, 200, 300, maybe 400 episodes of like Naruto Shippuden, and then they binge watch like Boruto as well, which is like at least like we're up there like in at least like 800 to like 900 fucking episodes. So like, I don't want to fucking hear it. I don't want to hear shit. You can watch it. I've also seen people like make fun of like One Piece like animation because of like Toei animation and whatnot, and I'm just like, I mean, bro, like this show is like what? This shit came out like almost like in the 80s, like One Piece. This shit almost came out like in the 80s. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, of course the first episode is gonna look like weird as fuck, and people are like, oh yeah, but no, they drag it out so much. Like, yeah, no shit. All anime in the 80s and the 90s was dragged out. You want to know why it was dragged out? Because back then, human beings actually had a way longer attention span. Now everybody got TikTok brain. Like, scientifically, they have even proven that like the human attention span is less than 7 seconds now. You can fang Vine and TikTok and all that shit for that. So, and that's what annoys me. That's what annoys me with, like, I'm not saying every Jujutsu Kaisen fan is like that, but it annoys me because all of them is like, they're always talking about like, oh, look at the animation of like Demon Slayer like fanboys and shit. They're always being like, oh my god, look at the animation, look at all this, look at all this. One Piece could never. I was like, oh, you just don't know, bro. You just don't know.
Captain.
Thank you.
Like shit like that actually like annoys me. It pisses me the fuck off. And don't get me wrong, I'm not even trying to shit on like Jujutsu Kaisen, Bleach, or anything like that. Like, bro, I could pull like the Hashirama, like the first Hokage shit, because I was fucking there. I was there watching Naruto, like every time there was like a new episode dropping, every time there was a new manga chapter dropping, I was fucking there. Same thing for Bleach, you know? And still, to this day today with One Piece. You know? Same with Hunter x Hunter and shit. Even though I didn't watch Hunter x Hunter that much. Like shit like that just pisses me off. Whereas like why we always like trying to shit on like other animes or series or some shit like that? Why can't we just love all of it? Are you not an anime fan? Or are you just a Jujutsu Kaisen fan? And don't get me wrong, chat, I keep that same energy to One Piece fans. I keep that same energy to all my fellow One Piece fans. My fellow One Piece fans that be doing the same shit towards like Jujutsu Kaisen or Bleach or Naruto or whatever the case may be, where I'm like, bro, are you an anime fan or are you just a One Piece fan? Wait, what? What just happened? So now I keep that same energy. I got most of my One Piece knowledge from video games. Fair. Personally, I'd rather read the manga. I feel like I would enjoy that more. To be honest, chat, if y'all, I'm gonna be honest, if you guys feel like the anime is too much, like it's too long and all that shit, read the manga. Honest to God, just read the manga. You want like complete, quote unquote, fast paced, straight to the story, no filler, all that shit, just read the manga. I be doing both though. I be reading the manga and then sometimes be watching the anime, especially if it is like an episode that I know is gonna be really good and I'm like looking forward to it. Let's see. Except one thing is that Goku clearly has some influence from Buddhism and martial arts tropes, where Sonic's whole thing is based off you said except one thing is that Goku clearly has some influence from Buddhism? Bro, if it wasn't for Wukong, Goku wouldn't even exist. Goku is based off Wukong. That's his entire trope. A lot of people don't know this, but in Chinese mythology and Japanese mythology, Wukong is not named Wukong. Oh shit. His name is Son Goku. That's Wukong's like real name. Son Goku. Son Goku. Of course, like, you know, the Saiyan stuff and all that, that's like their own creativity. But back then, in OG Dragon Ball, no Dragon Ball Z, but, you know, Dragon Ball, that was full-on Wukong shit. The staff, the monkey stuff, the whole shit. The whole shebang. The whole shebang. Wukong is his Chinese name. Son Goku is his Japanese. Yeah. My bad. I meant Chinese. Chinese name. His name is Wukong. And then obviously Japanese is Son Goku. Alright, we're good. Wait, whoa! What? What did I have to wait for? Yeah, I don't remember this. Me, Blackbeard? The real pirate Blackbeard or the One Piece pirate? The One Piece pirate Blackbeard. Well, obviously, you know, Blackbeard is based off of, you know, the real Blackbeard. Captain, Thatch was his name. Thatch. That was his name. And then he went with the nickname Blackbeard. I'm talking about like the real Blackbeard. Like the real pirate back then. I'm literally like Spider-Man the shit out of this. This is like when Peter Parker like learns to like swing for the first time. Okay, wait it out. Wait it out. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Now where to? Where to now? Right here. I don't think that was what I was supposed to do. So chat, tomorrow I'm gonna be working 9 hours. But I'm gonna try to like finish like some art tomorrow. I finished the line art for Croc. The little redrawing that I'm doing with Croc. So I'm gonna color that when I get home. Shouldn't take that long, I think. Shouldn't take that long.
Afraid to go out at night? Afraid to go out during the day?
Just checking if I have all the... I have all the golden bolts. Okay. And then I think the next drawing I'm gonna do is the search drawing.
I guess Quark.
Which was like the first sketch that I did when I got like my new PC. I still need to draw like the Dilophosaurus from like Jurassic Park. How do I use this? Oh, like that. Don't even care. Just zooming through. Now what? We actually get a trophy for going through this entire place without taking damage. I think. I think it's here? No, it's on Drek's ship. Ow. Made it last second. Last second. All that crocodile meat, yeah. I made the ass so fat. All that booty meat.
I got some great bargains for you today.
All that booty schmeed. Okay, let's go this way now. RYNO for your robot. Trade ya. Big boy. Big boy Clank. Big boy Clank. Give me all that shmoney.
Well done.
New.
If I can get that.
So, chat, in case y'all can't tell, I've definitely played this game before. Oh yeah, I need the disguise thingy. Yeah. I forgot.
I got some great bargains for you today.
Need the disguise thingy on this planet. Damn, I got all golden balls here as well. Wait, what? Where am I missing? I missed like 2 golden balls in my last run. Ratchet and Clank has serious Saturday morning cartoon vibes. It does. The music and everything. I remember this one level in Ratchet and Clank where we had to use the magnet boots and you had to walk around this stage where there was a magnetic pathway. That could be anywhere. Oh, actually, now that I think about it, hold on. Speaking of which. Thank you for mentioning that. There's literally one spot that I gotta like go to that I haven't been yet. Can I just take the taxi over there? Oh, I can probably. Okay, first of all, here. You go there. Whoa. Thanks for people randomly joining the YouTube streams, as always. Very much appreciated. Make sure you thumbs it up. I got that song stuck in my head. I really want to show you all that video that I was talking about with like why furries is a thing and like how furries became like so popular and you know and why people have like like they're attracted to like anthropomorphic characters and stuff. I have shown that video like a long time ago, but a lot of people probably don't know about it. Like now.
Hey, I know you.
All right, I gotta do this shit. Sneaky little fuck. Oh shit.
Well,
No!
look who's awake. You're
This is why this one was a problem, because sometimes you couldn't tell if a missile was like coming towards you from like other angles. So you have to like keep looking at the radar. Wait, how did that? That didn't hit? The big one. I literally cannot get hit one more time.
What? Who's awake? You're lucky I was here to drag your unconscious.
What? I literally aimed at it, like the missile. And somehow I didn't hit it. What? No. No. No.
Well. Looks like he's good for something else.
Since you now own the metal detector, a bolt icon will show up on screen whenever you are near a buried stash of bolts.
Wow.
When equipped, the metal detector will give you signals to indicate your proximity to the buried bolts. The detector plate will always indicate the direction to the bolts. Hold down the circle button to activate the device. As you move closer to the bolts, the rings will become redder and the beeping will become faster. Continue holding down the circle button, and once you are directly over the...
Wow. I love the little cute tutorial. Little cute tutorial. I don't think I got that one on my first run. I don't even need it. Like, I deadass do not need it. But I wanted it. Ta-da. Didn't know I already had full health. Alright. Get out of here. After playing that Route 34 game, I heard about a bunch of franchises I've never heard about. You know what? Porn games can have their benefits.
I got some great bargains for you today.
You know what that reminds me of, Chad? Chad, you want to know how I discovered Bleach as a kid? I was on Newgrounds back then. Newgrounds, finding all that interesting content. You know what I mean? The not safe for work content. The gooner content. And eventually, I think I was playing this random ass, like, I don't remember what it was. It was like this random ass, like, I think it was like a puzzle piece game. You know, where you have to like get the puzzle pieces and then you gotta like find out like where like the puzzle pieces need to like sit, and then like once you're done you get like an entire image of like whatever the puzzle is. So I remember I found one of those, but it was like a hentai one. And I was like young as fuck. I didn't like understand like what I was like about to play. Until like obviously I started to see like a lot more of the picture. I was like, oh, it's those kind of games. Okay, shit, okay. And one of those like puzzle kind of like picture thingies was like Yoruichi. That was like the first time I ever saw like Yoruichi. And I was like, oh, who's this? She hot as fuck, right? Then there was like the typical ones like Nami, Robin, and whatnot, right?
Bargains for you today.
And I remember that I was watching. I might be able to find that intro. Yo, chat. I'm about to butcher like. I'm about to butcher my YouTube stream right now. He didn't know what kind of game he was playing. Sure about it. No, I'm being dead serious. I didn't know. I'm being dead serious, Crazy Spanks. After that, though, after that I also discovered like Hightail Hall and all that shit. So this is how you know like this was like old school, way back then, way back. Can I wait? Let's see if I can find that intro. I think it was intro 9. Damn, I'm good. But it was like the movie. It was like the movie intro that I found. I'll just show y'all like what I'm looking at. This intro specifically. I wasn't introduced to this one specific. How old is this? It was uploaded 2 years ago, but we know it's not like 2 years old. But I was randomly introduced to Bleach because I was watching. It was like this random website where I was watching like One Piece and stuff, and they had like a commercial for the movie. So they were using that opening specifically, but it was like the movie edition, which I think is this one. No, it's not. No. It's not that one. Oh, it's this one. This is the one. Right here. This one. Yeah. This is the one. So I saw this one specifically, chat. Like on that website. It was like it was kind of like a quick ad, but it was like from that intro. That was like, this was my first time I was introduced to Bleach. So sick. I was like, what is this? This looks so sick. Like when fucking Mayuri, I think his name was, Captain Mayuri. He's like my all-time favorite captain, by the way. When he gets sniped right here, I'm like, damn, what is this animation? Damn, then you was watching Bleach. Yeah, I was watching, like, I was like a late bloomer to like Bleach. One specific scene from that ad that I saw, which is right here, I think. Yeah, after this. So in the ad, chat, watch this. I know exactly when I need to pause it. Watch. I saw Yurichi. And like I said, I played that hentai game with like the puzzles and shit. I saw that in that ad, and I was like, whoa, let me go back. And I was like, so that's where you're from. And then I started watching Bleach. No, I bought the mangas. Then I watched Bleach. I remember like I liked Rukia because I was like, what the fuck is happening to this girl? And then she goes like this demon form. And then I was like, yeah, the rest is history. The rest is history. And I just butchered the fuck out of my YouTube stream. I'm gonna have to like trim that shit out. I know YouTube fucking AI moderation gonna look at that shit and be like, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna give you a strike for that one, buddy. But yeah, like for like anime wise and all that shit, I definitely grew up. I grew up way more with like One Piece and like Naruto. I mean, obviously there's like other like animes that I grew up with as well, like before One Piece, like Pokemon, like the actual like OG, like the first Pokemon, obviously, duh.
Hi there, Fuzzball.
Yu-Gi-Oh, Transformers Energon. Yeah. Transformers Energon. A lot of people don't know about Transformers Energon. That was the shit. The best Transformers show ever. Bleach came on late night, so I wasn't able to watch it. I didn't watch, like, for me, I didn't watch Bleach on, like, TV. Oh, shit. Oh, no, we good. Remember Transformers Armada? You know what? For all I know, I probably watched it. Who knows? Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. I just remember Transformers Energon. Transformers Energon was actually like sick, especially because like you had like it was a full-on anime. It was. A lot of people like want to like say that oh shit. A lot of people want to say that it was like a cartoon show and all that shit. No, that was actually like dead ass. That was an anime. That was an anime. The art style and all that shit was just straight up anime. God damn it. Let's try that again. That's what I want to do. Like, even like the, I remember there was like this young, he wasn't like a kid, but he was like a young lad. And he was like always like doing things together with like the Autobots and shit. And he had like this massive two-handed fucking sword like on his back. And that was like, I remember there was like this weird like energon kind of like infection or like some lines of like tentacles and shit like that. He was like chopping them down and shit. He was like completely like worn out like battle damage and shit. And like some of the other like Transformers, like some of the other Autobots was like telling him to like, you know, take a break or like calm down, some shit like that. And he was so heroic. He was like, no, I have to do it. You know, Optimus is counting on me and shit. I was like, damn, this shit is so tight.
I got some great.
Of course, there was like other like cartoons that I also grew up with, like fucking the 2000s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and like fucking X-Men Evolution. Even like the original X-Men, like from the 90s or 80s or whatever it was. Actually, also the 90s from TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like the original one. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, that one. It's Shredder, where? Oh shit. Obviously Dragon Ball as well. It's like, do I really need to mention Dragon Ball? Like, isn't that just like by default? Bro, they're all just getting shit on. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Turtles coming out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turtles. You will see the action. Living on it, man. Turtles coming out. They fight the cold of their martial art. Never fight unless someone else starts. Always stick together no matter where. Time to kick butt. I love being a turtle. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Turtles coming out. 1, 2, 3, 4 turtles. There's no one better to watch out for. Straight on turtle. Chad, don't fuck with me, man. I know my shit. I know my shit. Okay, I have to win this race. At least I don't need to like do the other like time stuff. Gotta catch up with him though. Easy shortcut. Oh! Almost died. Wait, I'm a third place? Wait, whoa, whoa. Whoa. Hold on. Hold on. I thought I was in the lead. I was not in the lead. Oh, I forgot about that shortcut up there. Okay, let me restart. Mutant chain reaction, leaving on the ground. You know what's crazy? Not that long ago, Rizzy and I was like talking about like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and shit, and I brought up like the 2001, and we were literally just sitting like in voice call, just just fucking rocking that shit. Turtles coming on, 1, 2, 3, 4. Turtles mutant chain reaction, leaving on the ground. We were literally just singing that shit. They buy the code of the martial art. Never stop unless someone else start. Always stick together, no matter what. What was the guy's name with the hockey mask? He was so sick. I actually like that guy. Bro, Shredder was such a yo. Can we talk about? Oh shit. Can we talk about Shredder? Shredder was such a menace in that show. Well, in this case, Crank, you know? In this case, Crank. Because didn't Shredder turn out to be like just Crank? I'm pretty sure he did. Something like that. Oh! I'm in first place. Oh, not anymore. Whoops. Oh, Casey! That was his name. True. You know what that reminds me? Oh shit. That reminds me of people been asking me like, so Chris, are you hype about like the Avatar fighting game and shit? I'm like, I mean, yeah, I mean it's cool, but I never really grew up with like Avatar. Yeah, I know. Shocker. I know people are gonna be mad hearing that. But nah, I never did. I never really grew up with it. Ah shit. I mean, don't get me wrong, I know about the characters and stuff, right? And I did watch like a couple episodes. Water. 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 Long ago, the water was watering until the Water Nation attacked. Our only avatar, the water, who mastered all waters, was the only one that could bring peace to our nations. But when we last suspected it, he watered afraid to eat, right? Alright, where's the last guy? Oh, I see him. I see him!
That was terrific.
The Gadgetron.
The Gadgetron. Yes, sir. Alright. The water.
Hi there, Fuzzball.
Why does it call me
that's a nice
fuzzball? Wait, where's the I'm forgetting something. I need to do the whole grind thing. Yeah, right here. I always forget about this. Hey there, fuzzball. Oops. I grew up with a lot of shit, chat. Oh, I even grew up with Winx. Like Winx Club? I mean, even way before that. Like, you know, Dexter's Lab, Powerpuff Girls, all that shit, you know? Again, I'm a 90s kid. I was born in 1993. I'm a 90s kid. I'm a boomer. I'm an unk. I forgot. You bitch! Chat, y'all want to hear something? Some of the first Avatar episodes that I watched as a kid, right? When it was like on TV. Oh shit. And some of the first like episodes that was on TV for me specifically as a kid was that episode where they're all like on the beach. That was one of the episodes that introduced me to fucking Avatar. Specifically when they're like on the beach. And there's like that girl from like the Fire Clan, some shit like that. She's like super flexible, like yoga shit. And what was the black girl's name again? The one that gets together with like Ang at the end? Yes, I call him Ang, not Ang. It's not Ang, it's Ang. Ah, shit. Oh! Black girl? I mean, isn't she black? Like, chat, I'm talking about this character. Hold on. The sister to, let's see here. What was her name again? I think it was Katara? Yeah, Katara. Is she not black? Okay, she just darkish skin. Darkish skin. She's like based around Native American. I mean, there are Native Americans that are dark skinned. When I say black, I don't mean as in like African American black. I know y'all like American, but that's not what I meant. I meant black as in like she dark skinned. But yes, Katara. I remember there was like a specific episode, like on that beach, where like they're checking out something. I forgot what was like they were looking at. They're looking at something, and she's like standing right next to Aang, and she's like fully bent over and shit. And I was like, "Hey, yo, what is this? What is happening?" I'm intrigued. But hey, yo. And before anyone calls me a weirdo, listen, I was a kid. So shut up. I hate that shit, you know? It's the same like in, like Pokemon. Like I grew up with Pokemon as a kid. And I had like I had a crush on like Missy as a kid. And people are like, bro, she's like, whatever, insert the fucking age, you weirdo, you creep, you sick fuck. And I'm like, bro, I was a kid. What do you mean? It's like, for some reason people forget that every character you had a crush on as a kid, yeah, they stay that age. You don't. Eventually, you get older and you become an adult. And guess what? The character that you had a crush on is a minor now. What a predicament you're in. I had a crush on May. I found Missy annoying. Missy was mad annoying though. Like, I'll be honest. She was mad annoying. Perfect disguise. Indeed. Oh shit, my bad, SVK. Newgrounds, I remember wasting hours in that Rumble game. Newgrounds was how I discovered the Bleach opening tonight, actually. Bleach was oh, well, look at that. Another fellow artist, furry, persona guy that got introduced to Bleach because of Newgrounds. I had a crush on May. I think I had a crush on May as well. Like in my teenage years. Oh, Chad, that's not. I mean, Teen Titans. Like, I rest my case. Like, Teen Titans is like the same case.
I got
you
some
know?
great bargains for you today.
Grew up with Teen Titans as a kid. There was that whole thing with like Zone. You know who I'm talking about when I say Zone and like Newgrounds and shit, right? With the whole fucking Teen Titans shit. Oh man, you know? Oh man. The internet was definitely something. And then of course High Till Hall. All that. Anka Zone. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that the whole like Anka meme is like made by the same person. Like Zone Sama. Oops. He said, hey. A lot of people don't know, chat. I need to open my window. It is so hot in here for some reason. I don't even know how. It just is. Oh, shit. Goddamn sweating. What else did I grew up with? I mean, I grew up with 1010. Oops. Wait, how do I do that again? Oh, yeah, there you go. I grew up with Lucky Luke. Oh, chat. I grew up with Super Mario as well. The OG Super Mario. Y'all remember that fucking TV show with the Super Mario? I even had like, yo, I have that shit on my shelf. I actually have it on my shelf. Super Mario. Is Zone still around? I'm pretty sure they are, right? Yeah. Zone is still around. I think I didn't even know, like, chat, what is Zone's identity? I don't even know, like, I think Zone is a woman, right? Zone is a woman. Like, all the animation stuff that you've seen from, like, Zone 10 or whatever it was called. All that is like, whoa. I think she's a woman. She's still around. She streams on Twitch. She has, like, the zone bot and all that. And I know a lot of people also goon the fuck out, like, the zone bot. But that's like kind of like her PNG VTuber thing, you know? And remember, you go to hell before you die. I remember like I remember Zone had like a YouTube show as well, where they were like covering news and shit. So like the basically Zone had like their popular like anime, like the purple hair like anime girl they made, like their icon basically. Hold on. Oh shit. They had God damn it. Damn it! They had like a show on YouTube where they were like covering news and shit. And I remember like every time, like I think I don't remember if they were the one doing the voice acting for obviously their own character, or they had someone do it for them. But I remember like every episode, like once the show was done, she would always say some shit like, you know, thank you guys for watching, you know, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, whatever she said, right? And tune in on next episode. And then she'll say some shit like, and remember, I'm watching you, fab. She would always say that. And remember, I'm watching you, fab. I mean, chat. I mean, I've said this thousand times. I don't think people truly understand that. Like, I really grew up with like the internet. Like, I really did. I was like, I think my dad and my mom, even my sister, kind of like have said this like a couple of times for me, or about me as well. I grew up like in the perfect time where the internet was not a thing, but I also grew up with the internet being a thing. So in my childhood, I can actually say that I was born like without like the internet being a thing, right? But then later on, the internet became a thing. I mean, don't get me wrong, the internet have existed for like all the way back in like, I think like the 60s even. That's not the point I'm trying to make. I'm talking about like the internet as in like, you know, the memes, Newgrounds, what else can I think about? Like MySpace, you know, Tumblr, 4chan. You know what I mean? Like those kind of websites. Gaia Online. Yeah, I know about that. I know about that. I used to be on Gaia Online as a kid. And then obviously, you know, the classic like Flash games that I also played, and I still play to this day today. Somehow, like, you know, Adventure Quest, aka Battle On. What was it called? Battlon.com, or was it Battle.on? Something like that. Obviously, RuneScape, you know, yeah, all that shit. You know.
Ratchet, are you all right?
He is going to pay.
Excuse me?
It shouldn't have taken me this long to see it. Drek is going to find out what happens when you mess with my home. What are you smiling at?
This is the Ratchet I always knew was there.
Oh.
Okay, if we're gonna do this, we need to get onto Drek's ship. And then we can find out where he set up that laser.
I will try to make you proud, Mom.
You already have. Oh. I never skipped that scene. Animation for the love of the game. Animation for the love of the game. That's what all these people don't understand. That's what all these people don't understand, man. I'm gonna be dead serious, chat. There's a lot of people that would be like in my position in terms of like being an artist and whatnot, that would have already quit. What I mean by that? What I mean by that is because I've been drawing for almost like 7 years now. Like almost 7 years. Once we get to like October month, that will be like my 7th year of drawing.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Which is like crazy to think about. Like, wow, I've come really, really far in terms of like being an artist. And all it took was just like me just like convincing myself, I guess, and just be like, you know what, I've always wanted to feel like how it feels to be good at drawing. But then, you know, later down, you know, I think like a year or two, and I was like, oh, you cannot feel that. That's like, that's an impossible goal. Because every time you get better, you look at like your old self, and it's like, it's kind of like Hachimi no Ippo in a way, you know? When Hachimi no Ippo, well, when Ippo is like, I wanna know how it feels to be strong, you know? And then when he becomes like the Japanese champion and all that shit in boxing, and the coach is like, so, you know, did you reach it? You know? Did you, do you feel strong, right? Is this what it took? And he's like, I'm not sure. I guess I'll just have to keep going. And the moral of the story is that the journey is like endless. There's no such thing as like becoming good at drawing, because you can always improve. It's like never-ending journey. But the point that I'm trying to make is that, yeah, I am making some money on my Patreon, right? I'm making a little bit, like a very, very little bit, like on my Patreon and stuff, right? Of course, you know, there's like lack of consistency and all that shit, but that's literally just because I have like 1,000 things that I'm juggling and all that shit. And a lot of people have told me, like, if I just fully committed to like just art, and by that I mean like don't do YouTube no more, don't even like stream, or if you stream, let it be like art that you stream, like just fully commit to art. Would I be able to make a living of it? Probably. I don't know. Who knows? Probably. It would probably require like a lot of like commissions and stuff. And once it gets to like commission stuff, I don't know. You know, I draw for the sake of like drawing. But I know, like, you know, I'm not stupid, I'm not ignorant. If I would have to like make a living of like art and like have that be like my main income, it would require like a lot of like dedicated time to it. And not only that, you know, art commissions as well. Cause like that's like quote unquote the fastest way of like making money as an artist, especially like as a not safe for work artist. Cause like people will pay for that. And I still get people like asking me like, oh, when did your commission open and shit? And I don't want to like disappoint people, cause they just sit there and wait for me. But the point I'm trying to make is that someone who would be like in my position and they're not making a living on art yet would probably quit like art. They would probably quit. But the thing is, for me, like, it's always been about like for the love of the game, you know what I mean? And it's kind of like the same thing for YouTube, you know? Kind of always been like this the thing for YouTube. Like, I think my dad asked me like the best like question. He said like the best. He said, Chris, if you became a billionaire, right? That's what he said. He asked me that. Chris, my son, if you became a billionaire, what would you spend your time on? Even knowing that you don't need to spend your time on these things. And I was like, that's like a really good question. And then he obviously asked me like, you know, would you still do YouTube if you were like a billionaire? Would you still like draw if you were a billionaire? Would you still make music or whatever the case may be if you were like a billionaire and you didn't have to like do anything for the rest of your like for the rest of your life? And I really like sat there and thought about it. I was like, damn. I mean, I would definitely most likely still do YouTube or like draw. Better yet, I would probably spend a lot more time drawing because I wouldn't even have a Patreon if that was the case. You know what I mean? But because I have a Patreon, I almost feel like I'm obligated to like draw. And the moment it feels like a job for me, it's like, So that's like one of the things that have always kind of like scared me, in a way. It's like I could probably make a living on art, but the moment is like, what if there's like a day where I don't feel like drawing, you know? What do I do then? Oops. That's why I'm like, the moment something feels like a job, I don't know. Oh. They're shredding my health. Gotta get rid of all these fuckers. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that I don't enjoy drawing. That's not what I'm saying. I definitely enjoy drawing, especially like knowing when I actually have time for it. The moment I start, I almost can't like stop. I'll spend like 8 to like 9 hours like drawing something, but it's also a matter of like, is that really like optimizing my time? Interesting insight. Some people say do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life. But I was gonna say, even if you like what you do, it's still a job at the end of the day. I think it's a mix. I honestly gotta think it's a mix of both. A lot of people always be like it depends. Like let's say you become like a streamer, right? And you become like a very successful streamer, and like you make a living on that. You're gonna have days, like you will have days where you're like, man, I don't feel like streaming, like fuck off, right? But in the end, you love it, right? In the end, you still love it. And the money, obviously, right? The money is a bonus. Like, let's be honest. A lot of people say that, you know, oh, the money shouldn't like motivate you or some shit like that. Like, man, shut up. Like, shut up, man. This whole like, you know, positive vibes only, and I'm trying to be like a good boy and shit, bro. Like, if you were getting like 100K, like $100,000 a month for streaming, bitch, like I would be mad streaming. Like, and I know like people are like, oh, you shouldn't just do it for the money. I'm not even saying I'm doing it for the money. All I'm saying is that like streaming is like 10%, at least like 10 to like 20% of like the hard work, and like the rest is like luck. You know, it doesn't matter how hard you work on something. At the end of the day, you still require luck. And I'd argue that it's like not in like 10 to 20% of like just pure hard work, and then you know the rest. So like the 80 or like the 90% of all that is like luck. You know, at the right time, at the right place, you're doing something, and you know people discover your channel or some shit like that. And then you know once you get hit by that luck, you gotta like capitalize from that luck. But the problem is, right? Let's say you do something and it's super fun, and you get like massive success. What happens then if you don't want to do it anymore? This is why I don't like boxing myself in. I think that's the reason why I probably like are not like making a living on art. Because if I just said fuck it, I'm just gonna go full time with art and just open commissions and like make a living like that, I feel like I'm probably gonna box myself in. This is why I don't like yeah, Fortnite is kind of like booming right now for me in terms of like on my YouTube channel and shit. But What if there's one day where I don't feel like playing Fortnite? What if there's a day where Fortnite just sucks? And you have to like just... You just have to like fucking go through that, I guess. I went the wrong way.
Hi there, fuzzball.
But a lot of people don't want to talk about that shit. They'll just be mad at you for talking about those things. Like, oh, you shouldn't even like talk about these things. You made it, you know? You should be happy and shit. It's not about like making it or not. Yeah, of course. I would mad appreciate it if I made it, but... I mean, look at Soda Poppin'. Soda Poppin' is like a great example of somebody that's been streaming like for over a decade. And he had like a moment where he just fucking despised streaming. Like he just pure fucking hated it. With a passion he hated it. But ain't nobody trying to hear that. People want to see like what you got. They don't care about like how long it took for you to like do this, or how long it took for you to like make it. They see what you have, not like what you have to do to like get it. That's the problem. Ow. Oh, here you go.
Tonight I'm blind.
Now we know where he is. Let's get him.
Let's get him. As far as the internet, I didn't have the internet at home, so I actually experienced the internet through the school's computer lab. Same, in a way. There's a lot of sites never vicious though. I was deep into Sonic forums. Fun fact: the voice of Ratchet is the voice of Titus from Final Fantasy X. Yes, that guy. I don't know, cause chat. I know like everybody, like everyone and their mothers is like Final Fantasy fans, but I only grew up with like Final Fantasy 7, and I didn't even beat that game. I barely played it. Like I don't know shit about Final Fantasy. The voice of Ratchet is the voice of Magneto. What? Huh? Ain't no way. Oops. Okay, so the golden bolts, they have to be like on Velden. There has to be. The last two bolts, right? Yeah. Last two bolts is on goddamn Velden. Okay. Okay, how do I get these bolts? Because I did not find them. Only that one. Ratchet and Clank. Golden Bolt. Velden. Where are they at? And the voice of General Kenobi. What? That's an insane glow up. This is skill points. I don't care about the skill points. Where is the golden bolt? So first one is where? On this specific platform? Here. Oh, in there. And how do I get in there? Ah. Ooh, okay. Okay. Chat, last stretch. Planet Belden. Their hometown. Chad, did you know you can absolutely like destroy Drek with like the flamethrower, I think it is. Like you can do mad damage on him with the flamethrower. It don't matter though, because I got the RYNO, so. Oh, you know what? I think I remember why I missed the golden bolts. I was getting the skill point going commando, which is basically like beat all those like flying guys by only using the rich. I think I was focusing on that one and then completely forgot about like the golden bolts. Going commando, it's a wild title after learning what it means. You know what's funny? Speaking of like the titles, why did they do that? In Europe, right? Here in EU, all the titles for like Ratchet and Clank is like Ratchet and Clank, and then like the second game was Ratchet and Clank 2, and then the third game was Ratchet and Clank 3. But apparently in America, they have like titles. That always confused the fuck out of me. When I was like looking up guides and like speedrun strats, like back then, when like way back then, right? Like 2000 and like probably like 2010, 11 maybe. It always like I was so confused because it was like, wait, what is that? Like, what does that mean? They changed Sly Cooper's title as well. Really? I think here in EU is Sly Cooper Thievius Raccoon. Like that's the first game. And I think it's called, like, here it's called Sly Cooper 2, but it also has like the title. And I forgot what the title was. Honor Among Thieves? What was the title again? Alright. So we got one right here, chat. That is such a smart like place to put it. Okay. One more bolt. One more golden bolt. Where is it? Okay. Oh, wow. That is such a cheesy area to put it. I don't even remember that. Way back when? 2010? 2010, 2011-ish. I remember there were like some speedrun strats for Ratchet and Clank that even like existed back in like 2009. Like 2009. There were people already like posting stuff. You can even find like YouTube videos that's like at least 14 years old. About like infinite money glitch and all that. Which is kind of crazy to think about. Oops. Do I still need to? Nope. Yep, so right here, chat, you just gotta turn around. And it's right there. Last golden bolt. Give me my trophy. Wait for it. Wait for it. There it is. Bold Commando. I think I need 2 more trophies now. Which is, I need to buy all the golden weapons. Thing that needs to be there actually. Yes. So literally 2 more, I think. Which is get all golden weapons and get the million bolts collected. Those are the 2 last trophies for me to get my plat. And I'm gonna buy all the golden weapons in the new game plus. And then I'm gonna have to I think I'm gonna get the I think I need to get the 1 million bolt collect thingy first, just so I have more money so I can buy all the golden weapons. Even though I can probably buy all the golden weapons like in the beginning of the game, like once I get to like that first planet, because I think I have enough money. Which is even better because I'm about to beat the game again. And when I beat the game again, I'm gonna have a higher multiplier for like collecting bolts and shit. The multiplier is gonna be higher. I think I can just keep multiplying if you just keep beating the game. Or maybe it's only one time. They were super edgy with games back in the early 2000s. Is how Jack and Daxter got T ranking. They got a T ranking? What? What? Am I missing something? Nah, it's over. It's over. Chad, you know what time it is?
Hey, what the?
Imbeciles. After all the trouble you've gone through, you're about to die right where you started. It's so poetic.
This is it, Clank. Let's get him.
You might have been useful to me after all. Too bad you chose the wrong side.
Well.
I got some great
Who goes
bargains
there?
for you today.
Kuma! Thanks for a raid. Appreciate it. Alright, chat, final boss. Lock in. You're right on time, Kuma. Actually, why am I... Actually, no. Let's keep that guess. We just beat RE2 remake.
Hi there, Fuzzball.
Whoa. That just happened. I wanted to like switch to my thing like quick. Another fun fact, that guy, the commander, is the voice of Heihachi English voice actor. And so, oh really? I thought I recognized the voice, but not from like Heihachi, but from something else. Almost died. Bro, I remember I had such a hard time against this Drek. That. Before it's too late. Nah, GG though, Kuma. GG. Oh! Yeah, he's in a lot of cartoons.
So it has come to this. Once I step on this ignition switch, a countdown will commence. The end of which signals the destruction of your pitiful world.
There must be another
Why are you
way
explaining
make a
this to
home
me?
for your people.
You think that's what this is about? Who do you think polluted our last world? I did. This is about one thing and one thing only. Cash. And lots of it.
Money.
You see, I've been paid for every square inch of my new world. Once the inhabitants move in, I will begin polluting this world as well. Then the whole thing starts all over again. Ah, brilliant.
Why, you evil little...
Save it, Clank. We have to stop that timer.
We have to stop that timer. I lock in. It really is showing that. Oh. I fucked up again. Yeah, run away, bitch. Get shit on, bitch! We need money! That is so cartoony, though.
Ratchet?
What's up? You know, this time I am thinking what you're thinking.
That's so fucked up, actually.
This can't be good.
Matrix.
Do you have a problem with unwanted hair? Is painful itching in your nether regions causing you undue embarrassment? Do you just plain stink? Then you need this, the Gadgetron Personal Hygienator.
Wow.
Hi, I'm Steve McQuark. And this little baby can take
Steve
care of any
McQuark?
grooming needs that are just too much trouble for you to handle yourself. Allow me to demonstrate. Yeah. Oh, mommy.
Turn it off! Turn it off!
Start a new game with the current weapons and bolts. Time warp before you defeat the drag. No, start a new game with current weapons and bolts. I think I have to save on top of that. Like don't make like a new save file. You have to save on top of the one you cleared. Yeah, what up, Bandicoot Milk? I need to get to the gym, but I will lurk. Hey, do your thing. Meanwhile, in a factory on a nearby planet. And we back at it again, chat. New game plus. Well, new game. Ooh! It completely reverted all my settings? Ew! How you doing, though, Bandicoot Milk? How you doing, Milk? How about this? In case y'all didn't know, this is like one of the speedrun struts. You do like a scythe jump like this, but you hold forward at the same time. So you flick it. It is a normal side jump, but if you hold forward and you flick it like that, you see how far you go. And I think you can build up momentum as well. If you like time it right. Yup, you can see why this game is rated T. Hey, 2,000 games. 2,030 games. $10,000, 10,000, 10,000, 20, 20, 10, 30, 60. Yeah, I don't think I have enough. Not yet. I'm gonna do the infinite glitch.
I got some great bargains for you today.
I got about like an hour to get to like Blackwater. said Samba? Doing good. Found a sealed copy of Samba the Amigo for the Wii. Hey, yo. Bang 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 ding 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 bang 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 bang. Only bangers, chat. Ratchet and Clank trilogy, bangers. Even Ratchet Gladiator, which was apparently called something different. In case y'all don't know, one of the golden bolts is up here, but again, I already have everything. Sometimes you can actually make that jump sometimes. If you get like all the way to the edge and then do like the whole side jump thingy. Oops. Trade your robot. RYNO for your robot. Trade it.
Dad! Mayday, mayday!
Don't think I need anything else here. Nope. Chat, it's time. I've been getting so many games recently, and just my exclusive alone goes up to 30 good exclusives. I've been at like my local retro store and buying like a lot of shit as well. Chat, get ready.
Welcome!
Excuse me, Captain.
Banger. Oops. Ba, ba, ba. Oh. I just fucked myself up. What? No, stop! Boom. 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 There's like a lot of bolts you can get somewhere. Yeah, right over there. But it don't matter.
Listen up, you.
We gotta do the infinite bolt glitch again. I couldn't do it on this save file because I've already cleared that area, so the game counts as like cleared.
Ratchet.
Ratchet.
Okay.
Air gym time. A lot of my favorite series are on PlayStation systems, minus a few. Same. But that's just me being a PlayStation Andy, I guess. No, I mean, don't get me wrong, I grew up with Xbox. And Nintendo stuff as well. And PC games, you know. I'm a gamer.
Hi there, Fuzzball.
You can actually skip this. I don't know how. My favorite Mega Man game is on PlayStation. What? Mega Man X5? Currently, like Motorstorm more for races. Bro, I remember Motorstorm. Oh my god. I was actually close to buying that. It was like on that retro store that I went to. I looked up if like Motorstorm, like the first Motorstorm game had like PlayStation trophies, and it didn't. Then it actually demotivated me to buy the game. Sunday didn't want to buy the game. Whoops. Almost fell down. Now thanks to X collection, it's on multiple. Oh yeah, that's true. I definitely need to like buy the collection, like the Mega Man X collection. And I'm sure that collection got like PlayStation trophies as well and shit. Look at all this shmoney. Wing.
Hi there, Fuzzball.
Let's do that one first. He got all the Mega Man collections, damn. Shout out to everyone watching over on YouTube, man. Make sure y'all hit the thumbs up. It's Skid. One missing?
I got some great bargains for you today.
I got some great bargains for you today. Literally destroying everything on my path. Oh my god. I was going a little bit too fast. I thought I was about to die. Or at least too fast. For me. My own taste. In terms of speed. There. Wait. Here. You say I'm so glad to release Mega Man Star Force. Ain't no way I'm finding a Nintendo DS game these days. I'm so glad to re-release Mega Man Star Force. Oh wait, I already read that. Huh? Gotta get some food. No problemo, AJ. It's like 11ish over here. So I will have to go like the best soon. Especially because like I'm gonna be working 9 hours. So it's gonna be long hour work sesh. I'm not ready. But what can you do? What can you do? Banana. Who said that? Retro Zaid. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it.
Yes, quite lovely. That should just about do it. Commander, we are finished with this world. Commence towing our planet to its next destination. Lieutenant!
Yes, sir.
You have fulfilled your tree quota. Barely.
We are ready to return to base.
Not so fast, Lieutenant. Just because we don't need any more trees doesn't mean they should have them. Destroy everything.
Destroy everything. He's such an asshole. Haven't played this in years. What was the plot for this game? Drek is... Drek is like... Fuck. He's basically, planet cracking, just like the USG Ishimura. In like Dead Space, in a way. And then selling the planets, some shit like that. Sometimes he'll even like just take over an entire planet. And then like sell it. And then like profit off of it or some shit like that. Clank is one of those like bots that also is getting made by Drek, but the computer that's like making the robots and shit eventually then made Clank, he's like way different than like the other bots and stuff. To try to get help. In this case, trying to get help from Captain Quark. Because Captain Quark's reputation is that he's like a hero in like the entire universe, in the galaxy and shit, you know? So, he steals one of the ships, makes a crash landing on Veldon, where Ratchet is. Runs into Ratchet. Ratchet is like a big fan of like Captain Quark. Because he wants to like... He wants to like be like on an adventure like on the universes and shit. Clank fixes his ship. They try to find Captain Quark. They find Captain Quark. And Captain Quark expected them to show up. To like try to like take Drek down or some shit like that. Turns out that Quark is working for Drek. And he's not what he portrays to be. I have no idea if I explained it well. I probably did. I'm like half asleep-ish. Or no, I'm not half asleep. I'm not even tired. But it is like late, so it's like my brain's kind of mushed, especially because like I've been having like family visit over here and shit. Bunch of kids, all that, you know. The kids that love my fucking room, like they absolutely love my room because I have so much shit in my room. Like I got like my PC, all my console setups and shit. But as I mentioned as well, I have my shelf where I have like a bunch of Pokemon cards. I have like my Pikachu like behind me as well, like on my camera, like when I have my camera on and shit. I got like South Park, I got like Digimon dolls and shit. Like I have South Park stuff as well. Like I have so much shit on my shelf. So, a bunch of times, like, these kids, like, they don't want to be, like, in the kitchen or in the living room. Like, where we all, like, just being chilling and shit. Nah, they want to be, like, they want to be in my room, you know what I mean? Like, nah, Chris, you got all this stuff. And the problem is, I don't mind having the kids in my room, but oh my god. Some of these kids are, like, they might be, like 2 years old, maybe sometimes, like 1 year old. Depending on, like, who is, like, the family that's, like, visiting and shit. And these kids, like, they be playing around with my shit like it's, like, toys. You know what I mean? Like, I even had, like, I had to, like, take one of my TVs out to the living room and, like, set up the PS2 so they could, like, play Guitar Hero on that shit. Guitar Hero. And one of the kids didn't understand, like, what a monitor was. So he was, like, trying to, like, touch the screen like it was, like, a touch phone, like a touchpad or some shit like that. Probably because, like one of my aunties probably, like, showed him a lot, like, you know, oh yeah, you can touch the screen because like a touchpad and shit. So he tried to, like, touch my screen, like, the screen that I set up for the PS2 and shit. He fucking knocks that shit down and, like, on top of my PS2 and shit. Bro, like, I almost had a heart attack because I'm like, bro, like, all this shit is, like, expensive shit, and then just, like, fucking throwing this shit around like it's a goddamn fucking football or some shit. Like, I adore kids, but fuck, man, I hate kids sometimes. You know what to say? Never meet your heroes. I got a better one. Stop putting your heroes on a pedestal. How about that? What is the story of Ratchet and Clank 1? Let's see how well I did. The original Insomniac Games title follows Ratchet, a young Lombax mechanic on the backwater planet Veldin, and Clank, a tiny robot who escaped a Blark manufacturing plant after viewing a damning infobot. Clank crash lands on Veldin. He and Ratchet teams up to find the celebrity superhero Captain Quark to stop Chairman Drek from tearing apart other planets to build a homeworld for the Blark. Yeah, so basically what I said. I got it pretty, yeah. Kind of like got that shit on point, I guess. The climax, growing past the initial friction, Ratchet and Clank commit to stopping Drake themselves. Eventually, training Drake to blah 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 blah. Yeah. But the, I think it was something like the infobot is, like, informing that not only does Drake, like, you know, go to other planets and, like, completely, like, invade them and shit and, like, take a piece of their planets to build his own planet. The infobot also, like, informs that, you know, he does that, but he actually, like, sells the planets. It's not even about, like, rebuilding, like, a planet for his own people. It's basically just, like, business. And it's not the first time him doing it. So in other words, he's an asshole. He's a businessman, but he's an asshole. And he don't care if, like, other planets are already, like, inhabit. That's at least the story for the first game. Bang, bang, bing. Bing, ming, ming, ming. Speaking of which, like that whole like pedestal thing that I just mentioned, bro, I hate when people do that. I ain't gonna lie. That's why you have people always like crashing out. Like the moment like Corey Kenshin like curses in his video or say poop. Like you have all these like people just being like mad, like, oh, I thought you never cursed. Or like Corey Kenshin does something, you know. I hate that type of audience, you know what I mean? That type of audience that like look at their favorite content creator and thinking that they can never do anything wrong. You know, unconditional love, putting them on a pedestal, and then when they do something wrong, their entire like they have like a life crisis, you know? They're like, oh my god, my favorite content creator, I can't believe he did that.
Hi there, Fuzzball.
Hate that shit. Boss fight.
Well,
Yeah, I've never zoomed so fast in this game before. I don't speedrun, like... I don't speedrun Ratchet and Clank. But I'm zooming. So there's a reason why I want to get to like Blackwater, and as I said, it's literally because of the infinite bolt glitch. I need like 1,000,000 bolts, but I need to set it up, and then when I've set it up, I can go to sleep. I can go to sleep and then wake up to like me having enough bolts. But you know what would be even more awesome? If I already had like close to being like getting to like 1,000,000 bolts. Because again, you don't need to have like specifically 1,000,000 bolts on you. You just have to like collected the equivalent of 1,000,000 bolts. Accumulated 1,000,000 bolts on your save file. It would be so awesome if that shit would pop like right now. Because then I could literally just go buy the golden weapons and then get my plat. Ding 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 ding. Bing 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 ding 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 ding.
I'm back.
I'm back. I've never been enjoying my my little YouTube strums chat. Appreciate y'all just like being chilling. Y'all gonna see a lot of like YouTube streams where like I don't have my cam on. It's not that I don't want to, but especially when I come home from work, 9-hour shift, blue collar work, all that shit. Oh my goodness. Sometimes your boy just need to chill, you know? Unless it's a new Fortnite shit that drops. I mean, shit. You know I'll put all my cam for that.
Thank you for selecting our automatic self-destruct feature. Vessel annihilation sequence initiated. Please remove all personal belongings.
Bro said thank you for destroying the ship.
I'm not kidding. This whole place is about to explode. Really?
Did you see that?
Hi there, Fuzzball. That's a real beauty. That's a real beauty.
I'll save on Blackwater City. Bro, I would be so pissed right now if my PS3, not my PS3, if my PS5 crashed right here. I can imagine. Well, it's the one. Beam 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 doom doom doom. I'm almost there. Wow, wow. Literally almost there. And I can have fun. Alright, I'm here. Now you guys about to see something fun. Actually, let me grab the tape so I can get the shit ready. Alright. So about to make some money. Gonna land on this. Oh. Gonna go to the edge. And then we're gonna land on this tree. Nice, got a first try. Easy. And then we're gonna go here. This is the place where you do the whole race thing. Do I have? I do. So, the reason why the boxes are spawning like infinitely in this area is because you haven't done the race yet. Once you beat the race, it stops spawning the bolts and stuff and boxes and shit. If I turn around, yeah, you see that? We gotta go to the sweet spot, which is like over here. See all those boxes? Okay, so I have this coin and I'm gonna tape this coin to my button. The reason why is because I can go AFK while Ratchet basically just keeps on farming. Not only that, I will have to like make sure that the camera is turning as well. So I have like some rubber band thingy, which I'm gonna have on my analog stick, which is gonna help like keep turning that direction. Let's see here. I need to get like a little bit closer. I think like here. And that's set up. So right now I'm taping all this shit together. Nice and tight. I know I'm not standing in the area. I'm still taping this shit. Alright. Should be enough. What up, Drake? I mean, I already saw you in the chat before, but what up? Alright. So my controller is now fully taped. Now I'm just gonna go back to the spot. Right here. But because this is the PS3 version, on the PS5 I'm using the whole like PlayStation Premium shit. even if you're standing AFK like this, it can still be seen as like you not pressing a button. And the PlayStation will then just shut off. So what you have to do is basically, I got a couple of rubber bands here, and I'm just gonna have them connect like this, and oops, I just walked for it. Okay, I just gotta go back to the spot again. Where is it? Like here? Perfect. So, because I'm standing like this, like AFK, but because the camera keeps like turning, the PlayStation Share, or like the premium shit, like the streaming thing for the PS3, it's not gonna go, oh, you're not pressing any button, so you must be not playing anymore. You're away from the controller, so we're gonna have to shut it down. But now I can just infinite farm like that. I'll even take a picture of what I did with my controller, just so you guys can see. I don't want to have flash on. Alright. Let me show y'all a picture. Let me show you guys the picture. This is how my controller look right now. If you want to save, it does not want to save. All right, boom, as source, image. This is my control right now. So you got rubber band, and then you got a coin on top of it, taped up. So that shit ain't going nowhere. Quite literally, it ain't going nowhere. And the game is not gonna like shut down. My PlayStation's not gonna turn off, anything like that. It's just gonna keep on farming. And I need to do this because I need to have collected overall, like the accumulated of 1 million bolts. And I don't know how far I am. But I also need the money for the golden weapons and shit. So yeah. There it is, chat. There it is. Don't even know how far I am, but we getting there. And like again, I don't need to have like, it doesn't need to say 1 million bolts up there. It doesn't have to. If you take from my first run, second run, this is basically my third run now. It also counts all the amount of bolts I got from those 2 games. This is like my second new game plus. So like challenge 2, basically. And it's just, you just gotta wait. I'm not gonna sit here and wait with y'all though. I ain't about to sit here and wait with y'all. But before I leave, since we're here in Blackwater City, did you guys know about this? I'm gonna find it real quick. I'm gonna show you guys something. Ratchet and Clank Starline. If you do side flip jumps next to Starline, her boobs will get bigger. Like they will actually get bigger.
So this is one of the things where you hear about.
This shit right here.
So this is one of the things where you hear about it and you just got to do it yourself. This Easter egg in Ratchet and Clank requires you to come to Starline and do a crouch jump in front of her until things start to grow a little bit, and take a look for yourself.
You can literally see her tits just getting massive. I don't know why the devs put that in there. I don't know.
Once that happens,
I thought it was a myth.
you can crouch in front of her to perform some deflating. If you, it's just ridiculous. Anyway, yeah, I just had to try this for myself, and if you didn't hear about it, here you go. It's kind of a wild Easter egg. So,
and then they shrink. Like eventually they'll shrink. It's a weird like Easter egg. I don't know why they did that. But they did. Why? I don't know. But they did. Damn. The best video game 10 out of 10 best is this is like a top 10 or is it just this?
Yo, what's going on guys, it's Cynical and today we're back on Ratchet and Clank 1 and for good reason. Today for you guys, I'm going to be showing you the most hilarious Ratchet and Clank Easter egg / little secret thing that I think I've ever found within amongst the different Ratchet and Clank games. Now, of course, we are on the very original first Ratchet and Clank game, and I find it like absolutely hilarious the fact that Insomniac Games actually put this, especially into a sort of kids game, I suppose you could say. But anyway, what you want to do is you want to head to Blackwater City and you will see this kind of alien lady. She is the one that kind of, you know, operates the sort of hoverboard races and whatnot. So what you're going to do, go up to her and you want to just continue to do side jump from left to right, left to right, left to right. Now, while you're doing this, you'll actually notice something, dude. Oh my god, this is just fucking insane. But you'll notice that her upper torso area, yeah, you guys can see it, can't you? That shit gets bigger.
Why did they do that?
And fucking bigger, dude. So yeah, guys, I thought I'd show you this.
I wonder if there's a limit to it.
But I find it just hilarious, the fact that Insomniac Games actually put this into Ratchet and Clank. Can't say that I've really seen anything quite like this. But however, guys, hopefully you've enjoyed today's video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Like, Like, why did they do that? Oh shit. Alright, chat. I really gotta get out of here. Really gotta get out of here. Gotta get my sleep. All that shit. I'm gonna raid someone. Have this thing just go overnight, I guess. And I'll wake up to that trophy. And then I can basically just go and buy the gold stuff. And then once I bought the gold stuff, I get my plat. So I can literally, like, dead ass, I can literally wake up and get my plat. Let me see. Who is strumming? Amani is streaming, huh? Playing a little bit bop. He on that bop. That bop. That Bobby bop. There you go. Sending y'all to Amani over on the Twitch side. The YouTube side, I mean, obviously, the stream just ends. So, chat, GG's, well played. Thank y'all for watching. Always appreciate it. I'm gonna try to finish some art tomorrow. Again, it's gonna be a long shift, so no promises. But I'm gonna try to, like, you know, I'm gonna do my best. It's gonna be a rough week. It's gonna be a rough week. But I mean, yeah. I'll get through it. I'll get through it. At the end of the day, I'll get through it. Alright, chat. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. All that shit. And I'll see y'all next time, man. Peace. And hotcakes. All that shit. Bye-bye. Love y'all. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.